theoretically, you mentioned going back to the general ad of like, let's say a 10-mile radius or a
Yeah.
5-mile radius or something. That one, because it's so close, you kind of just hit the whole sale as an ad. The whole auction, just check this out. It's close to you. But then you could take any one of the categories that you end up getting at the estate sale or the state auction, whether it be artwork, antiques, collectibles. You mentioned jewelry earlier. There's a decent jewelry collection. And you can target an ad for that category of stuff. So if there's a good jewelry box in the estate, you can literally inventory all the jewelry, and then it's in the auction with everything else. But you can then run an ad if you wanted to, targeting jewelry buyers or the jewelry interest, make that a little bit broader, right? Because the more specific you go, the pool of potential people drops, right?
Correct.
So like if you're looking for enthusiasts of a certain artist, well man, now you're so specific that you got to go broad on geography. So you can run an ad for just jewelry enthusiasts, make that the entire city, the entire state, set its own budget, right?
Yeah.
So the budget could be different for that specific ad. And hypothetically, if there was 5 different categories in that estate sale, jewelry, art, antiques and collectibles, maybe the guy had a little shop outside with some woodworking equipment, you can run a separate ad for it, targeting people in the woodworking stuff. And each category can get a separate budget, right?
Yep. You just go by verticals, like
Yeah.
here's the woodworking shop equipment. Well, let's target everyone that works as a woodworker or has a woodworking interest. There's good targeting for that, and dividing it up. Jewelries too, vintage culture, like massive. Like, and often you
Sure.
see that in the state auctions where there's vintage couches, vintage
60s,
clothing.
70s, 80s
Yeah,
is
and
hot right now.
yeah, it's a lot of people interested in that, and that's a good vertical to target. And then say, okay, right, so separate the auction up in categories. Let's target this vintage items to the vintage interested people. So there's a lot of option, and the more we break it down, the more successful I think we can make the auction and find the right buyers. And we want to find as many buyers as possible, of course, and create bidding
Sure.
competition in the
Mhm.
sale.